Hello guys, once again, this is Dikeos1 bringing you game 2 of my quest for Gold League. This will be a ZVZ on Xel'Naga Caverns. I am in the bottom left corner here playing as Sharp Teeth, and my opponent, Drop Nada, is up here in the top right. Now my opponent here takes drone immediately off the mineral line and sends it to my base. Now this isn't a very smart move, especially for this beginning. The only reason he should be doing this is to try and skip maybe a 6 pool, if that's what I was doing. But in all honesty, defending a 6 pool isn't really that hard, especially if you just leave all your drones and you're macroing up. Say you're going for a 14 hatch or 14 pool. You're going to have enough drones to easily hold off a 6 pool, even a 7 pool. So I was kind of a waste for him to do that, because if you think about it, that's minerals that he's not getting, and he's not really getting any information that he needs. Me, on the other hand, I am going for my extractor first. Going to be grabbing some speedlings rather quickly. He does, in fact, see this though, so you know, I guess it's not bad that he sent it in that early, but he really didn't need to. His spawning pool is going down. He is going for a 10 pool as well. But I will have my speedlings out prior to when he does, because I did get that gas much earlier on. Overlord's just passing through the center here, kind of floating around, having a good old time, being really slow and stuff, you know, doing what Overlords do best. Bringing this drone in once again from getting more scouting information. Really nothing has changed. I do have enough. Oh, there we go. I'm getting my speedlings now. A little bit late. I have all this extra gas doing absolutely nothing. Pulling my workers off my gas line and back into my mining in order to give me a slight boost to my economy so I can pump out those few extra zerglings. Now he does get put a spore collar down in my base. This is a very risky, seeing as he doesn't have any drones or any lings to back it up. And I mean, sure, he takes out a couple workers, but that's only 100 minerals versus the 150 that he spent, plus the 50 that he spent working on getting the worker built. So that's 200 minerals that he spent on that spine crawler, but he only killed 2 workers, which is only 100 minerals for me. Not really a fair trade in my opinion. Especially now, he's getting that spine crawler back up in his base, so he'll be ready for my attack when I decide to push out. Open unit tabs here. You can see I have 12 zerglings. He is ahead in drones, but that is because, of course, I am getting speedlings. He's another spine crawler going down. Nope, never mind. Same one. My apologies. Now he is getting 8 zerglings and his roach warren, this is a good way of defending your base. Now my attack here failed miserably, and look at what he did here. I'm just going to pause it quickly. Look at what he did. He grabbed all of his drones, he right clicked his queen, and then he hit hold position, so his queen would sit in the center of all the drones, so his spine crawler would attack all of my zerglings, and his queen would be free to just destroy them. And his workers really, because you can't attack click because your lings will focus down either the queen or the spine crawler. So this was a really smart play by him. You can see my attack does absolutely nothing. Good old units lost tab. He's lost the 1 unit. And that was a terrible attack on my part. His queen did survive much longer than what it should have. if he had not. But there's his mistake. He doesn't get his workers back on the mineral line right away, so he's losing precious time for getting minerals. I am now building my queen. It's kind of late. I am sending my zerglings up. I did not spot those zerglings coming into my base, and they will do loads of damage to me. So all I have is this one queen and then my workers, which I didn't do the same thing he did, which is protecting the queen with the workers. So my queen goes down. I do fend off the attack, but again, my queen does go down. He has his queen up, and he's putting down another spine crawler. Now, he just took out my queen. I don't know if I would personally throw down another spine crawler, seeing as he does have his roach warren and his spawning pool down. So he shouldn't really have any sort of problems defending any sort of attack that I'm having out if he just builds up some units, which he does. He gets 3 roaches. 3 roaches, a queen, and a spine crawler will defend against a fair few zerglings. I'm not gonna lie. Now, see what I'm doing here? I'm throwing down my expansion. I know he's in his base. I know he's turtling. He's not really thinking of grabbing his expansion, so it's a perfect time for me to grab mine. Saturation could be better in my main, but it is a good time for me to send out and throw down a expansion. I threw it down around the 25 supply. That's usually what I like to do. Now, I see he's only got these 3 roaches. I get the surround. Well, just about get the surround, but I do end up picking these roaches off without much of a problem. 3 more roaches on the way from my opponent. And I really should have probably moved. No, you know, I did it smart. I didn't move in. I just sat back. My hatchery's going down. I'm droning up. Now I am now have nice saturation in my main, but I just leave these zerglings here to wreak havoc on my natural, which is a complete just stupidity on my part. I have more than enough minerals. I should be producing much more units. Not playing this smart at all. I do slowly get my queen down here to my natural and a few zerglings to try and I end up scaring his zerglings away, but he did a lot of damage to my natural, a lot of damage that really shouldn't have he should not have been able to do. And look up in his main here. He is on his second. He does have his second Gaius down, and a fair and pretty decent sized force. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, bunch of zerglings, some roaches, but I have something he doesn't, an X-Man. But I'm not playing this smart again, and instead of producing drones, I'm producing zerglings. Now, it makes sense that I'd be producing some units because he is sending his army in right now with what looks like 7 roaches and oh, I'm terribly sorry. He has 7 roaches and 8 zerglings. I have 26 zerglings, which is more than enough to handle this. Plus, I have 2 queens down here. One of my queens. Oh no, my queen doesn't get sniped off. I thought for sure that the queen did, but I get the surround on the roaches. Ended up killing off all of them. Oh, never mind. That queen does get taken out right there. See, right now I am starting my saturation in my natural, but it's way too late. Should have been down already. You can see right here, I get my macro hatch, and my enemy still hasn't expanded, which is a huge mistake. He's at 38 supply. He should definitely have already expanded. All I'm moving in now is a massive number of marines. Or, sorry, not marines, zerglings. I have 43 zerglings versus the 2 zerglings and 7 roaches that he has. I do snipe this drone. Miss his Q there. His units were rallied somewhere else, and my zerglings catch them off guard and utterly slaughter them. He does have 2 Zerglings here, which I guess I didn't see. They're not doing too much. I caught his Spine Crawlers at a terrible time. My Zerglings come in and just completely destroy them. It was not very smart for him to have lifted those up at any time. Again, you see this. He gets his drones on hold position around his queen, and then he goes back to mining. Now, if we go to units lost tab now, or resources lost, you can see he's lost quite a bit more because I've taken out 3 Spine Crawlers, and I might get this queen here. Yeah, I do get this queen. So 3 Spine Crawlers, a queen, and a bunch of roaches and Zerglings. This isn't looking good for him, considering all I've done in this game is build Speedlings. So he's putting down more Spine Crawlers. He's not building he is not building another queen or building units. Instead, he's using the money on Spine Crawlers. Now, at this stage in the game, I do have roaches out, and roaches do pretty good against Spine Crawlers. I have 11 roaches there, and 11 roaches will easily be able to handle 2 Spine Crawlers and a few Zerglings. I do have a lot of Zerglings on the way. Just finished producing them, sending them right into his main. He's building 2 queens now, but it's a little bit too late, I would say. Do you snipe those two Zerglings? His 1 queen is out, a little bit late. My Zerglings are in his base along with the roaches. I have more than enough to finish the game right here. Trying to focus down the Spine Crawlers with my Zerglings and my roaches. There it goes. The queen will go down, and that is game. So you can see what each of us did wrong during that game. I had my expansion up nice and early, and he did not. He did not get his expansion down the entire game, and that was a huge mistake. He built, I would say, too many Spine Crawlers. What he should have done was just maybe all he needs was 1 Spine Crawler, maybe 2 queens, and some Zerglings. You don't need 2 Spine Crawlers. They're static defense, and they're absolutely useless if you try to move them and you get caught off guard like they were earlier in the game. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.